Was one of Donald Trump's biggest promises during the campaign, repeal and replace Obamacare.
And tonight we do have a sense of what the Republicans' new plan could mean for the country. Over the next 10 years, it could save taxpayers $337 billion, but 24 million people could lose their coverage.
KCAL 9 political reporter Bryan joins us now with a breakdown of the numbers and reaction to this plan, Dave.
Yeah, the one thing the two plans may have in common is what a bitter fight there was on that one, and there will be on this one as well. Tonight, there are finally some unbiased estimates on how many people won't have health care coverage and how much money will be saved if the Republican health care proposal replaces Obamacare. And after the release of the Congressional Budget Office report late today, there are some key numbers at the center of this hot issue that will affect the lives of millions, many of them here in Southern California. At a San Fernando clinic which treats many of the poorest and sickest Southern Californians, Sonia Mariscal Navarro fears she'll lose her Obamacare health care coverage under the new Republican plan.
I probably will not be able to have coverage just under the proposed changes. And even more so, even if I was to become pregnant, I probably will not be able to access some of the services.
Sonia wouldn't be alone. The Congressional Budget Report concludes that tens of millions of Americans, including many who are currently covered, will be without health coverage soon if the Republican health care plan becomes law. 14 million would join the ranks of the uninsured next year. That number would grow to 21 million by 2020, and according to the report, would reach 24 million by 2026, less than 10 years from now. That's the first big number in the debate.
This is a remarkable figure. It speaks so eloquently to the cruelty of the bill that the Speaker calls an act of mercy.
Republicans charge many of those people would not be losing coverage they want. They'll be making their own decision to stop paying for health insurance they don't want, since there would be no longer a mandate requiring them to have coverage.
We disagree strenuously with the report that was put out. We believe that our plan will cover more individuals at a lower cost and give them the choices that they want.
The CBO report agrees some Americans will choose not to buy health insurance. With fewer people buying in, that would drive premiums up from Obamacare prices, according to the CBO report, making insurance unaffordable for some, even as $880 billion in cuts to Medicaid over 10 years would be forcing millions off government-sponsored insurance. That would push the number of uninsured higher by millions during the next decade, according to the report. Democrats say this could be a fatal blow to a deeply flawed GOP health care proposal.
The CBO report should be a knockout blow for Republicans in Congress. They should heed this warning and turn back from their plan that would be a disaster for the country.
But the report also estimates that enacting the legislation would reduce federal deficits by $337 billion over the next decade, which could have a beneficial impact on the country.
You'll see rates go down, 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 and you'll see plans go up, up, up.
Perhaps anticipating a negative report, President Trump defended the plan hours before the Congressional Budget Office was even releasing it. He met with a group of Americans who charged that under Obamacare, their rates went up, 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 and their plans went down, down, down.
Our rates are 3 times they were before Obamacare started.
Americans should pick the plan they want. Now they'll be able to pick the plan they want. They'll be able to pick the doctor they want.
But the numbers in the Congressional Budget Report could make some Republicans, like Representative Darrell Issa from Dana Point, even more reluctant to vote for the plan. At a town hall meeting on Saturday, he was booed and the crowd chanted, "Do your job."
If you're choosing a lifestyle where you say, I can afford everything except health care, there may be...
Now, the CEO of the Northeast Valley Health Corporation, which owns and runs the San Fernando Clinic and 14 others in the Southland, says if the Republican health care plan replaces Obamacare, many of their patients will, like Sonia, be left to fend for themselves.
We would have 15,200 patients that would lose health care coverage. Most of them got coverage through the expansion of Medicaid. Today, only about 20% of our total patients are uninsured, compared to, once upon a time, over 70% of our patients were uninsured. So we've seen huge improvement, and we really hate to go back. We hate to regress.
Now, this evening, Governor Brown fired off this tweet on the subject. CBO report makes it crystal clear that this harebrained scheme to repeal Obamacare is a really dumb idea and will cause millions to suffer. Governor Brown taking a page out of President Trump's book, turning to Twitter to trash the Trump Care health plan, which the president will soon be taking to the campaign trail to promote. Jeff, back to you.